Hello, this is Wmpyr. Okay, I kind of want to start like a new video series, and this comes from a Japanese YouTuber that I was watching recently, and he kind of does like urban myths, and he also talked about like his work problems, and it's kind of like video logging, just vlog stuff. But I thought it was interesting and entertaining, and I was inspired by him, so. What I want to do here is kind of do something similar, but focus still on the martial arts. Okay, so today I want to tackle just the age-old question of, what is the best style? And look, I'm gonna give it to you guys straight. It doesn't exist. The best style is does not exist, and that is a fool's quest. Okay, I know people say, well, this is the best style for me, and you might have a best style for you. No, look, just completely let it go. Don't even think that way. That is the dinosaur age of thinking. It should be extinct. Okay, the reason being is when at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it really just comes down to preference and convenience. These are the two. These are the two. Look, how can you say something is the best style, even for you, right? How can you say it's the best style for you unless you've tried everything? And that's physically not possible because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of styles out there all around the globe. So it's not possible to do that, okay? And and then even then, like let's say you break it down into major types, right? So you don't have to train in every single style. So you go, this is one grouping, this is another. So you group it into like, four or five groups of different martial arts styles, okay? And you train from one each. Even then, all right, what are you going to do? Put 20 years into one style, put another 20 years into another, because if you don't, you're not really, how can you give a good opinion? Because if you've only done it for like a week or something, you're not qualified. That no way can you judge an entire style from 1 week or a group of styles in 1 week. Or a month or two. It's just not possible. Okay. So if you really want to give quality opinions about something, you got to really spend some serious time in it, okay? So that's going to take a lot of your time. And the other thing is, you as an individual, you're changing. So the way that I was when I was, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, not the same. So if you are going to spend 5 years into one style and another 5 years and another five, by the time you finish, you're not the same person. So that's also kind of like not a good way to go about things. So it's just not a good way of thinking. And look, a good example I could give you guys is like, okay, back in college, right? I remember taking chemistry, and like I just started watching Breaking Bad. And in it, I was like, wow, chemistry is, man, I wish I knew more chemistry because it seems like it could be very practical. But back in college, when I took chemistry, I was one of those people that chemistry just, it did not click for me at all. And I had tried it multiple times with different instructors, different professors, different teachers. Chemistry was one of the worst for me. I was a bio major, so I had to take it, and it was horrific. I mean, I'm just talking basic chemistry, not, one of the later classes. I'm talking about the basic, just intro chemistry, right? And I wasn't the only one. There's people out there that's like, you have biology and chemistry, and it's kind of like cat and dogs. Some people are cat people, some people are dog people. I was a biology person. I just could not do chemistry to save my life. But I think it's practical. I think it's interesting. I just couldn't. So martial arts styles can be the same way. Okay. And That's huge, okay, because that's not fabrication. That's real. There are people out there that are like that, and you can't ignore that, and you can't say, well, this is if you look at it more abstractly, or that's the person's fault, or whatever. No, this is that's the way some people are wired, okay, and as proof of that, I remember back when I was studying Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, I was like, I met some people that they really wanted to learn grappling, and I was like, you should go study BJJ. And I've met at least 4 to 5 people that they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They were like, I hate Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I love judo. And I was like, it's almost the same thing, and you want to do ground stuff, you want to do grappling. Why can't you? They couldn't. And like I said, I've met at least 4 to 5 people that their brains were wired that way. They just could not do it. Like, I remember this one guy, he was all about Russian martial arts. So Sambo, yes. BJJ, absolutely not. It's just the way it was. The moment you start mentioning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, his face would just start turning green, like he wanted to vomit. He couldn't do it. And I know people out of those 5 that at least they gave it a chance. They tried to. They tried to learn it. They went to the school, and they could not. It just, one of them, I was like, you would be awesome at BJJ. And they were like, nope, I'm a Kung Fu guy. I cannot. Kung Fu makes sense to me. BJJ, it just, but they love the UFC. They love watching MMA, and they just couldn't. Yeah. And I was like, I don't get it. But, that's just the way some people are wired. And this is a very real thing. So, looking for the best style is once you can't say this is the best, and a lot of times it's just based on popularity and it's based on marketing. So we are consumers, okay, and because we are consumers, we listen to that stuff and we go, oh, everyone else likes this and everyone else says it's good, it has a good review, maybe I should go learn it. That's a consumer mentality, and that's fine, but you got to be careful. Don't believe into the hype, and because you start going, well, this is the best style, that there is no evidence for that, okay, and you're falling into the marketing scheme. And like I said, everybody's different, and what's best is what you make of it, okay. You want to become the type of student that no matter what style it is, you have the work ethic that if you trained in it, you will make it very, very beneficial, very practical and effective for you. Not the best, let's get that word out of here, but you will make it beneficial, practical, and effective for you, no matter what style that is. That is what's important. Now, sometimes that's the goal. That's what you're aiming for. But like I said, sometimes you can't because maybe the school is very cliquish. Maybe they act culty. Maybe the instructor is a jerk or he is criminal material. Okay, so then in those cases, no, you have to try to look for a different school or maybe a completely different style. Okay, maybe in one system or one style, a lot of the people there it might attract a certain breed of people, and you don't click well with that. Okay, so there's all kinds of reasons like that. And like I said, instead of looking at martial arts as a product, I recommend look at it as a craft. What's the difference? A product is something that you buy like a TV, and either it meets your expectations or you don't. And if it doesn't, you return it. Craft is something that you work on and you develop. So it might start off a certain way, but then as you keep training in it, it changes into something else. It grows with you. It evolves with you, kind of thing. That's craft. Okay, that's what I recommend. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.